Okay, we're back. It's episode 2. The sun is shining, the cows are mooing, and the shelves. What the fuck? Welcome back, everyone. After 2 weeks, here is the long-awaited sequel to the Emmy Award-winning episode 1. Thank you. Thank you. I have so many cool things planned for today, and as probably all of you know, the copper update just came out. Which is weird, because I didn't think I'd ever do a video on time with an update. But here we are. But yeah, we're going to do some cool stuff today. First, I decorated the island. There's farms, pathways, and most importantly, bone meal. And I've made this Tory Gate-esque thing. I don't know, it's not really Tory Gate. It looks cool though. I do like it. Oh look, there's a creeper cloud. First time seeing that. I've got no idea when they added those. Shelf. They added shelves. This is what I'm most excited about. Goddamn shelves. Just in time for my building antics as well. We're going to use a lot of shelves today because I've already built what I'm going to be building in a tester world, and we use a lot of shelves. Yeah, I'm so excited to use it. The potential is crazy. I've seen people make pillars, anything. It's basically a half slab on the fucking wall. It's amazing. So, I've just realised something. There is supposed to be a dock here. And I completely forgot to build it. This is kind of ruining the intro. It's okay, we're gonna have to improvise. That actually came out a lot better than I thought it would. We have like no resources, so today I want to build a storage room. So I know that's not the most extravagant thing, but it's going to be cool, trust me. As you can see, all hope of organisation has not only gone out the window, it's fled the fucking country. But now they've added copper golems. I don't have to organise anything anymore. Not like I was in the first place, but I don't have to organise shit. Those adorable little things, I love them. I actually love them so much. I haven't played about with them yet, but we're going to do that today. I want to include a lot of copper in my build, especially in the roof of the storage house, because I'm building an entirely different house. So I've never actually used copper before, so yeah, I want to include a lot, and that just so happens it takes a lot of oxidizing, I'm pretty sure, to get all the right colors, and then we've got it should just be copper to make the copper blocks, obviously, and then Oh no. I completely forgot. We need wax for the copper. We need bees. Oh. Change of plans for the video. It is now titled The Copper Update Video, but also featuring the cast of the Bee Movie. We are so cooked. But do you know who's more cooked? Those fucking bees. I'm the best bee hunter this side of the overworld, god damn it. And because I am extremely extra, instead of just farming the beeswax at their nests, I want to make them a bee paradise. Yeah, we're actually going to do that today. I don't want to just harvest the bees and then, leave them. I want to relocate them to my island and make a goddamn bee paradise. I'm mostly using this as an excuse to get over my fear of trees. Yes, I have a fear of trees. Not trees themselves, but I can't build them. Like, at all. It all ties together. You'll see. I know I'm a genius. I mean, was it planned? No. But the best things never are. Oh, this just in. They've actually taken beehives out of the game. Yeah. You see, I already knew that, because I can't find any. It's gonna be okay. This is a chill, somber, and relaxing video. Oh, thanks, sweet baby Jesus. I was getting scared they actually took them out of the game. Alright, fess up. Where's Barry B? I am the new queen of bees. They should add that. They should add that, right? A bee queen? That would make a lot more sense, wouldn't it? Like, that would be a cool mechanic. You get the queen bee, and then the rest of the hive follows. I mean, I should get all the credit though, because I did in fact invent the bee social hierarchy. I'm sorry, that would require the dev team doing anything but nothing. I'm joking. I love the devs of this game. I'm joking. Okay, it took decades, but we're home. Maybe I should have made the bee paradise before getting the bees. This is like buying a fish before the tank, which I think I've actually done before. Not me personally, but I remember someone in my family buying a fish and then we didn't have a tank. Sounds about right, really. I do have somewhere they can stay though temporarily. We can put them in here. There we go. Right. How do we make a beehive? Because you can make man-made ones, which is cool. We need wax to make the hive? Why? The idea is that the bees make the wax from the pollen or fucking nectar. I don't know. They make the wax, okay? Why do I have to get wax for the bees? This is not how this arrangement is supposed to work. Okay, well, I hate this game. Only joking. This game is great. For only £30. Wow. So I'm thinking, I don't know what I'm doing. 1, I hate building trees. 2, I've never built a tree this big. 3, I ran out of Spruce 5 episodes ago, and this is only episode 2. That's building on a budget for you. Assuming the budget has been spent on, I don't know, what's relevant now? Labubu's. So I can't build trees, but what I can do is build dead trees. Because this is incredible. It does actually look quite cool. But the art of building a tree is in the volume and the angles of the leaves. That's where the issue lies. In creative mode, I can build a pretty decent one. But I don't know how much harder it is in survival to get the angles right. I don't know. But to me, it's a lot more difficult. Okay, you know what? I'm going to be honest, it looks ass. I'm going to try sculpting this one out a little bit more. But this might be a bust, guys. Well, I think I did it. That is a tree, if I've ever seen one. I'm actually really happy about this. This is it's a good tree. It's not great. I'm sure Cypher is sitting in his seat watching this video, and he's squirming right now at this tree. But you know what? It's good enough for me, and that's all that matters. Okay, I'm gonna add the final details and the beehives, and then we can move Barry and friends. Is his name Barry? I feel like his name is Barry from the Bee movie. I don't know why I thought his name was Larry, but it kind of makes more sense for it to be Barry, because Bee... So fucking trivial, honestly. Oh, this is beautiful. Come on, bees. Yeah, I take it all back. Bees are awesome. It's cool. Right. It's time to get real. That wasn't me... That wasn't me hitting my desk. That was me hitting my knee off of my desk. I am in great pain right now. The storage house I have planned involves a lot more copper than you'd think, and a lot more copper than I want to get. Now, it's not that bad. It's just time consuming. Okay, we basically have 6 stacks of copper. Now, I feel like this is a lot, and it took me a fair amount to get. So let's see how many blocks this gets me. The trick is I already know the answer, and it's not going to be a good one. Yep. So as it turns out, I am killing myself. Not to mention all the time it takes to oxidize all these blocks. It's just... Is it worth it? Yes. I mean, it's not like I've got anything else better to do. You know? But just sit around and watch copper. I went mining again. That was fun. Yay, another 40 blocks of copper. Now, we have to lay all these out, preferably within a 4-block radius of each other. Or apparently they won't oxidize correctly. It's according to Google, so I don't take it with a grain of salt. But I've been here for half an hour, and the results are... Well, they're concerning, to say the least. We're making moves, people. Feels like I'm running a multi-million-dollar meth industry right now, but sleepless nights of mining, waiting, more waiting. It ain't much, but it's honest work. What the fuck is this? Is this tough bricks? Wait, what structure uses tough bricks? This can't be an end portal thing. Oh! Oh, I completely forgot these were in the game! I should have just used this! I've spent hours mining, and for what? Oh, this is the big break I've been needing, though. So we can just take all the copper blocks from here and put... I forgot these were even... I forgot they were in the game! Wait. But I'm not using any of these copper blocks for the roof. I'm using different colours. And these can't oxidize. Fuck. Yeah, this was kind of pointless then. Wait, what did I just do? Oh my god. Wait, so this is the point where I'm realising I know absolutely nothing about copper. Nothing at all. So using an axe, I can return a copper block to its previous stage of oxidization, which is actually pretty cool. But that's... Wait, so what? All the stuff we're getting now is important. I don't... Look, my head is fried. I'm going to come back to this in the morning, and we're going to go from there. So, after a few more labouring hours of working the mines, and a few more labouring hours of realising that 300,000 years of evolution led to one human worrying about copper in Minecraft. And that has led me to this. I believe we finally have enough to build the roof of the storage house, which is pretty great news. Downside is, I have nothing to build the other 80% of the structure with, so I'll be right back. Shit you not, this took exactly 2 hours to get. I really overestimate how long it takes to do stuff in this game. So what we're going to do is build a lovely little bridge over to this new island I'm going to make. It's going to be about the same size as this B one. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put the storage house on top of it and some other things because I want to do other stuff in this video. I'll build the bridge later because I can't be bothered doing that right now. I've just realized that my later is your next scene because I edit the videos. Huh. Before you ask, no, I'm not building land connecting the island to the bottom. Sorry, I just got a message off of Jeb. He wants you to like and subscribe, everyone. It's just going to be like one of those Subnautica islands where it's just floating with these big jellyfish on the bottom. To anyone that hasn't played Subnautica, I sound like a fucking madman. Should I make a video on Subnautica? Bear in mind, I have severe thalassophobia, so I was basically shitting myself whilst playing that game. I have been recording it though. I've been recording my entire journey, so I'm skeptical on making a video, but if you want to see sort of like a horror game, it's kind of like a horror game, horror survival. If you want to see something like that on the channel, please let me know, because I'd like to make a video on it, but I'm unsure. So I'm also unsure about where I'm putting the storage house, because it might be because there's no grass here, so I'm not really feeling it. Okay, I moved it. I like it a lot more. We're going to have like a fountain here as well, I'm thinking, you know? That's going to be cool. And we get a better view of some of the details that I'm going to add from the main island. So, it's all going to look great. But yeah, I'm gonna go with this then. So, okay, I have got all of the stuff we need. I think I'm going to start building now. This is going to take a good few hours, so I'm going to make you guys sit through all 2.5 hours of the footage. Okay, right, I'm going to get started on this. Okay, we have a semi-finished build. So first of all I have to say is, fuck, I love this so much. I love it. It's simple, it's medium-sized house, but it's medieval, you know? And it's got the copper roof, which I love. Thank you to, once again, dropping the big man's name, Cypher Ringtail, for giving me some tips on the roof. We should start getting a Cypher Ringtail counter in my videos going, because I talk about him so much. But yeah, I've never built with copper before. I definitely need to do it again. Preferably without slaving away in the mines next time. Just go rob a trial chamber. That's my advice to everyone. So, you're probably sat there wondering, Schmongulus, why have you built a large cogwheel embedded into the roof of your house? That is such a good question. I don't necessarily have the answer to it. I just thought, you know, I wanted a certain element of industrialization into a copper-themed build, but I didn't want pipes going everywhere. So, what this is it's like some kind of cool, astronomy-related, overcomplicated telescope. It even has a little spyglass here, you know? It obviously doesn't do anything because, you know, I'm not Mumbo Jumbo. Speaking of the mustache man and not Hitler, I'm now realizing that Mumbo Jumbo's nickname is a Hitler reference. I never picked up on that when I was a kid. Anyway, we're gonna do some redstone later in the video. God help me. The interior. This room is awesome. I love the new placement because now our balcony overlooks the sunset, which is nice. And then these big windows over here obviously overlook the sunrise. It looks very pretty. Lots of storage space. I'm actually really looking forward to filling everything up. But for the main event, organization. We only need one double chest, but we're fancy, so I built 3. If you don't know how it works, we dunk all of our shit into a copper double chest. Then the copper golem will kind of sort the items into its respective chests with the same type of items. It's amazing. So it does it all itself. So I've just filled up the chests with loot that we have lying around. I've got item frames, that's for me. The copper golem doesn't need to have item frames. So we need a carved pumpkin and a block of copper. So I do actually have a name in mind for one of these guys, but I need him to oxidize a little before the name makes sense. So I'll name him later on in the video, but it's a really good name. Stick around for that, please. But it's a big storage house, so we're gonna need a whole bunch of these guys. I'll get into that in a minute. Oh, and they spawn with chests too? I didn't know that. That's cool. Oh my god, they're so cute. All the little like sound effects and movements are just the best thing ever. So back to what I was saying. We need at least a few copper gremlins. So this weekend, I'm gonna host a competition in my Discord server, and there's a link to that in the comments or the description. So this competition will be, I would like you all to dress up said copper golem and give him a cool name and bonus points for a bit of lore on your creation. Make him dapper, make him a fucking princess for all I care, I don't know. Dress him up, give him a name, give him some lore for some extra points. I don't care, go wild. The winner will not only get their copper golem in the Forever World, but their own very special role, which will be cool. It's gonna be a great time. Lots of laughs, crying, and fearing for whatever eldritch horror you guys cook up in my Discord server. So yeah, come join it. It's going to be a great time. And who knows, I might add another copper golem from the selection because we do need a few. Okay, so this little guy is now officially the cutest mob in Minecraft, in my opinion. I know, and don't even bring up the baby panda, please. Just let the copper golem have his moment. I'm in love with this build so much. Now, the reason why I said semi-complete, yeah, I don't know. There's not much room in here, so I'm not too sure what I could do. You know, I could make a smelting room for like stone and stuff. That could be really useful, actually. No auto smelting because I don't have that kind of room and I don't like auto smelting. But you know, this could be good. Yeah, I'll put furnaces in here. Huh, I should have thought of that. Because my house is getting a little cramped. So this place is going to be so useful for like future builds. Okay, so we've built the storage house really early on in the video too, so this is definitely weird, but I still have a few things I want to get up to today. I am making this video a little more tame because episode 3 I have some really big projects planned, and I'm taking it a little more easy today. So we've got some tasks we need to do from our lovely community members. All of the axolotls are supposed to be named after Pokemon, but in all fairness, I didn't make that very clear in the last video. So if you've got any Pokemon names for axolotls, please leave them in the comments. But these two lovely people really wanted their own axolotls, so I'm going to get them instead. Now, I can't promise I'll get both of them today, because it is kind of luck based on what colors I get from the cave. Yeah, I'm getting so many animals today. I also really want to get a horse and another wolf. I'm turning this place into fucking Chester Zoo. You know, when I was getting rooted dirt for the roof of that build, I was out here for maybe 2 hours searching for an azalea tree because I had completely forgotten where the others were. Yeah, I don't know where that old cave is. So we're actually using a different lush cave. This is the one that I first glanced at when I spawned in. Okay, there better be something down here. Sometimes lush caves can be this little ass crack that you've got to squeeze into. I'm actually going to get a little bit of moss as well whilst I'm down here, because we still need to detail some of the storage island and add some cool little builds that I've got planned. Nice. Okay, congratulations. Kayla, I think it was. I'm pretty sure it's Kayla. I don't know. I could have that wrong, so I'm sorry. Now, I don't know if I have any name tags, but I can write it down. And I'll name tag it next episode. Because I also need to name tag my horse when I get that. And the wolf. We're gonna have to hit up some mine shafts at some point next video. I really want to make a big enclosure for them at some point. Maybe when I move out of my current base we can do that. Make a big axolotl, like, enclosure. That's something I never even thought about. I'm gonna have to grow out of my current base at some point. My next base has to be a castle, right? It has to be. That won't be for a good few episodes yet anyway, so we'll be fine when we are. We are back home. I mean, I can name them in the anvil, but it won't be permanent. When you place it down and you pick it back up, it will lose the name for some reason. I don't know why, but it does that. I promise I'll get round to naming them at some point. My next pilgrimage is a really simple one. Like I said, next video, I'm doing some ambitious stuff. One of them is journeying beyond the continent in search of a snowy wolf. So today is a big contrast. The woodland wolf. Probably the most common wolf in the entire fucking game. We said we'd call the woodland wolf Summer, so that's what we're gonna get to today. I remember seeing a ton of them back here ages ago. They have such a common spawn, it's crazy. I see them everywhere, even in fields, and they're not even supposed to be in fields. There we go. Getting a new wolf makes me so happy. They're so cute. Come on, Summer. I'm glad we don't have to go on some crazy expedition to find this guy. Yes, I am shitting myself in preparation for the snowy wolf. They're so rare, and the biome they spawn in is also fairly rare. And then there's all the powdered snow, which I can put on boots, but I can't put boots on my wolf, so they can just sing. The collection grows. I really don't want to get Shaggy Dog for the collection. He's so irrelevant, and he has the shittest name humanly possible. I also really dislike the Rusty Wolf. I'll end up getting him anyway. Right, let's take these guys out on a walk, because I need to build a certain something before I go and get the horse. You can probably guess what it is. Okay, we're gonna make a nice little stable here, and I also wanted to add a fountain. And maybe a little dock over here, you know? I know, we're getting snazzy in the Mooshroom Kingdom. You know what would be cool? If we built, like, a copper golem statue here as the main centerpiece. Oh wait, no, aren't they just... There's normal statues, right? They turn into them. Well, don't you have to let them literally die to get a copper statue? I'm not gonna do that. That sounds terrible. This is the next best thing I could do. Because I don't condone copper golem violence. So, yeah, I'm liking this. I built another dock that's pretty much the same one. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, this dock is a little broken, but I'll be damned if I'm fixing it. I'm noticing a pattern here. When I make the island, I put my builds right at the edge, so I have to make more island. If I was a horse, I think I'd like this. Other than the fact it's a fucking island. We're gonna train our horse to swim, it'll be okay. You know what I should do? I should probably get a horse now. It's horse time. For about 1 minute, and then it's redstone time. The redstone build I have planned is so goofy, but I've always wanted to make one. Anyway, horse time. I'm taking a little trip back down to, the white horse we found way back in episode 1. I know it was ages ago. Only the real OGs remember the first episode that I posted 3 weeks ago. I mean, I'll take basically any horse I can find that's good enough. Okay, there's our white horse. He didn't despawn, luckily, so... Okay, this guy's, like, crazy fast. Yeah, I remember him being insane when I found him, but, like, he can't jump, though. That's unfortunate. It's alright, I'll get the other horses at some point, anyway. A horse is basically necessary for this seed. Some of the woodland in the middle of the continent, like, it goes for thousands and thousands of blocks. Would be really cool to, if we made, like, some taverns along the way. You know, going along like a pathway throughout the world, connecting to different like villages and places and stuff. Because that swamp that I wanted to build some stuff in, it's right at the top of the map, and we're at the very bottom. So we'll do a lot more exploring at some point because I've only covered the coastal area. So I did actually bring it with me, but. Look, copper horse armor. I wonder if this can oxidize too. That would be so cool. I also really hope that we can tame zombies when they get added, or at least cure them to give them like a stat boost. Or something, like a stat boosted horse. So much potential. I'm excited for the Nautilus too. Building underwater is going to be like so easy now. You know what's funny? We actually have enough Nautilus shells to make a conduit, but because I don't care about them, I'm not going to make one. Well, we can use it as like decoration or something. I hate the people that just turn the Ender Dragon egg into a fucking lampshade. Some minute thing like that. I mean, I am about to turn my conduit into a coffee table, but you know what I mean. Okay, we have returned home once more. Enjoy your new home, horse. At least you won't get eaten by zombies now whenever that update drops. Anyway, before we do redstone time to end the video, there's something very special I need to do. And that is to reveal the name of our copper golem. So I had to wait for him to oxidize, so this would make sense. But if you've seen the Fantastic Four, you're going to fucking love this name. If you haven't, you're going to be very confused. Absolute cinema. Tell me this isn't the best name for a copper golem you have ever seen. He's a little personal assistant and everything. And he makes the little robot sounds. So we can actually wax this guy so he doesn't turn into a statue. Or change colour. So yeah, Herbie is our new copper golem. And he's the best thing ever. He's even got the yellow eyes. So to wrap up this video, I want to do something pretty funny. We're going to try and make a redstone doorbell jingle. For whenever I walk into the storage room. I've never made any kind of redstone doorbell before, so I hope this works. Yeah, I've never used note blocks or anything, so it's gonna be interesting. So my limited knowledge about note blocks is, depending on what block you have the note block sitting on, is dependent on the sound it makes. We're gonna use dirt, just because it's that classic clean note block sound, you know? And because emerald is way too expensive for what I want to do. I've got no idea how to use these things either. I know it's something to do with delay. Oh, this is fun, hold on. I'm not gonna lie, redstone doorbells might be my new gimmick in a few videos' time. Okay, I think I have it working. I'll just use a pressure plate so it's more convenient. Nothing's gonna walk over it. The worst case scenario is we get a drowned in there, and he's gonna be vibing out to that doorbell, so. Okay, I've got it working. You guys ready? That is so cool. That's going to play whenever we walk in. That is such a great way to end a build. I know we didn't get up to much this one, but next video is going to be like a 40-minute episode, so I've got a lot of stuff planned. November next month too, closing in on Christmas time. That's my logic anyway. As soon as Halloween's done, it's time to get the baubles and shitty tinsel out. But yeah, I'm going to end this video here. I hope you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun making this video. Not so much editing it. As the time of recording this outro, I've edited half of the video, so it's kind of weird. I'm still recording it, but I'm also not. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna end the video there. Join the Discord server to take part in that competition I mentioned earlier, and to get some more info on it. But yeah, anyway, I love you all very much. I think that's all I've got to say. I usually have bigger outros. Never mind. I'll see you in the next one.